Welcome back to Eldeecodes. By now, I believe you already have an understanding of what website and web application is. So let's dive into HTML. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to write HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and we will build on from there. But in this particular video, let's focus more on HTML. What is HTML? How to understand HTML? How to write our very own HTML code. You already know that HTML deals with content and structure of the web page. So let's look at HTML itself and how it works. I am pretty sure by now you have successfully installed your Sublime Text and Google Chrome or any other preferred text editor and web browser. The tag life. So the thing about HTML that makes it really cool and super easy to learn is it's all about tags. And a tag is something you can use to define what content you want to display on a web page. So as you can see here, we have a tag, opening and closing tag. Most tags are just like this. The opening simply means this is where the content is starting from, and the closing simply means this is where the content is ending. So there are so many other tags. We have the P tag, which is the paragraph of text tag. We'll have the image tag, which helps us to display the image in the web page. We'll also have the link tag and so many others. So we'll look into that more as we'll dive into the lesson. So basically here is HTML heading. HTML headings are defined with H1 to H6 tags. H1 define the most important heading and H6 define the least important heading. Just as you can see here on the slide, H1 is the most important heading here, followed by H2 down to H6. So that's how it is, depending on where you want to use it for, the section and all of that. But you should have in mind it defines the most important one and the least important heading. Here we'll move on to HTML paragraph. HTML paragraph are defined with a P tag. I mentioned it earlier. We'll have P tag, we'll have image tag, and we'll have link tag and so many other tags. So here we'll have a P tag, just like the normal paragraph of text you know. After that paragraph, you switch into another paragraph. That's just it here. So when you want to write a paragraph of text, you use P tag. Just like I told you earlier, that most tags start this way, opening and closing tag. So you write your content in here. You can write as many P tags as possible, so long you have something you want to, the way you want it to structure or the way you want to display that text in your web page. Here we'll move forward to HTML attributes. Attribute provide additional information about HTML elements. Maybe when we move further, I will give you an example of how this attribute works. Well, here I'm going to explain it. Just like we said, this is an HTML element. It has an attribute. So that attribute have the value, which is the additional information about this HTML element. When we move further, I'm going to give you an example of what HTML attributes looks like and the example over there. Okay, here we have HTML image. HTML image are defined with the img tag. The source file is src, the alternative text is alt, height and width are provided as attributes. So here I will use this to explain the attribute I mentioned earlier. So you can see here we have an image tag. You see, when I told you that most tags have opening and closing tag, just like the first one we see, but that doesn't mean that all tags are the same. As you can see, this image tag is a self-closing elements. You can see, unlike the previous one we've seen before. So but here you can see that this very width and height is an attribute to this image tag. That is to say, when you see this line of code or this, you know that this img is an image tag which will display an image in the web page. Then when you see src, you know that this is where the file is located. This is where the picture or the image taken from is located. And when you see alt, you know it's an alternative text. Alternative text is maybe if there is a network issue that affects the loading of this image or if the source folder is not correct, this alternative text is going to display in the web browser. So here you have width of 100, you have height of 100, which simply means that this image has a width of 100 and a height of 100. So you've actually gotten additional information about this image with this attribute here. That's what attribute simply means. Here we have HTML links, and HTML links are defined with the A tag. The link destination is specified in href attribute. Attribute provides additional information about HTML elements. Like we said earlier, attribute provides additional information about HTML element. So as you can see here, here is our A tag. You see the opening and the closing here. Then here we'll have a text that says takes me to Facebook. But here we'll have an attribute of href here. This is the attribute for this A tag here, and it contains the link, which is the value we mentioned earlier. So when you click on take me to Facebook here, this take me to Facebook, there is a link which is this that is embedded on it, which will take you to Facebook. That means this href is the attribute of this A tag here. It provides additional information about this link. Okay, that's simply that's all for HTML links, and we'll move forward to HTML lists. So we'll have unordered list and ordered list. So firstly, I will be teaching the ordered list. Unordered list, sorry. So here we can see unordered list. So you can see this is how it's being written. This is how to write your unordered list. You first of all write the UL tag, which is the unordered list. Then inside of it, you write your list tag, which is the item you want to display. And at the end of the day, it will display this way with these bullet points. None of them is first, none of them is second. They just appear because it's an unordered list. So on the other side, we'll have ordered list. So here we'll have OL as the tag. You open and you close it. Don't ever forget to close your tag. Then inside of it, you open your list tag and list them. The way this item is going to display in your browser is first item, that's the coffee here. The second item is going to be tea. So they are going to be ordered like this comes first, after this. That's how ordered list is. And the last one for this very slide is the basic structure, and this is the basic structure of a web page. So in the next video, we'll be looking more into this and we'll be getting our hands dirty with code. Bye. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and share, and follow us for our latest updates. Bye.